Why I'm doing this today is because I find it very vital for me to talk about this, especially the fact that people make these mistakes every single time, even when they know about it, even when the doctors. Hi guys, hello everybody, welcome to my channel. If this is your first time you're seeing my face, this is the first time you're coming by my channel, my name is Pauline Study. So guys, in today's video I must say some things before we dive into the video. Firstly is that my channel is about hair, life talks and chit chats and gists and all that kind of stuff. So basically it's natural hair, gists and all that different kind of stuff. So today it's going to be a very different kind of vlog. Today I'm going to be talking about something that people really take for granted. People don't even care about it. People don't even want to hear about it. Some people don't want to hear about it, and people don't really care, and it's really out of the scope of what I normally do on my channel. But the reason why I'm doing this today is because I find it very vital for me to talk about this, especially the fact that people make these mistakes every single time, even when they know about it, even when the doctors told them don't do this, even when they hear people's sad stories and they still continue into the same ditch. So I thought about waiting for June, and I was like, no, June is like too far for me to talk about these things. So guys, please stay on. I'm going to talk about sickle cells today. So if you already like the video, put a thumbs up for it. And please, if you think you're going to like this video, don't forget to put a thumbs up for it. So today I'm going to be talking about sickle cells, what I really think you guys need to know, and I'm using this platform to advocate for knowledge about it. I've seen different kinds of YouTubers talk about it. Ezeh talked about it. Faari by Sisi Ope talked about it. She's actually a victim of sickle cell, and also Banter by Banter with withNj talked about it. Sorry if I missaid the name, but this has been a very vital thing that we all need to talk about. Is it really worth it? Like, should people go into such risks which they can actually avoid? We need to know about this kind of stuff. So firstly, what motivated me to do this video is that I watched Ezeh's video. I'm going to put her link down here, and I'm also going to put it here. And I also watched withNj. I also watched Faari by Sisi Ope, and these guys were talking about sickle cells. And one person like Faari by Sisi Ope actually vlogged about her experience with sickle cells. So I was like, okay, you know what, I think I should also do this on my channel and advocate for it. So please kindly stay tuned. So firstly is that some people don't know what sickle cells is. Sickle cells is a condition that's basically affecting your red blood cells, and red blood cells are very vital for your body development, for transporting oxygen around the body. And these red blood cells are formed in slightly like they are like discs, but they are oval, should I say. So when you have sickle cells is a disorder that actually it's a hemoglobin disorder that affects your red blood cells. So your red blood cells are going to be formed like crescents, or should I say like a C. I don't know if you understand what I'm trying to illustrate with my hand. So this kind of disorder basically is very dangerous, because some people really take it for granted. Some people are carriers of this kind of disorder, and they've actually survived. The celebrities who I know, some celebrities that I know that have this kind of sickle cells, you guys know, like if you watched withNj season 5, he talked about having sickle cells, but his condition is not that bad. And these kinds of warriors go through a lot. Most of these sickle cell patients, victims, should I say, are not called patients. Most of them are called warriors. So this thing affects your blood cells, okay, your red blood cells. Firstly, these are things that are supposed to be fighting malaria, if I'm getting it right, if I recall very right, and from what I said, if I remember very right. But basically is that these things are supposed to be transporting oxygen around the body, and when they become crescent formed, or when they become like C's, they tend to be very sticky and stiff, so they cannot actually pass through the blood vessels very well, especially the tiny ones. So what happens is that these people are very vulnerable, okay? So before I even go any further, the thing is, I want to ask every single person that's out there watching this vlog is that, do you know what your genes are? Do you know how your genes look like? Have you ever gone for a gene test, or have you ever gone for a blood test and you're checking for the kinds of genes that you have? Because this is very, very important. And like those people who already know they're carriers of sickle cells, that those people who are getting into relationships and they don't know whether these people they're getting into relationships with actually have sickle cells, okay, or are carriers of sickle cells, okay. And this is very, very unfortunate why people say, I love this person, I have to be with them, we have to conceive children. The first question is, are you ready to spend more than 1 million at least to be able to contain those crises? Are you ready to see your child go through all this kind of medicine that they have to be taken to be able to stay healthy? So before I even go into that direction, I want to talk about this thing. So once your blood cannot move through your red blood cells are shaped in that way, they cannot last more than 20 days. So their lifespan is between 10 to 20 days and they cannot last. So that means you're consequently going to be lacking oxygen in your body. You're going to have so many. Basically, these people are very, very vulnerable. Anything can just attack them. They can have heart attacks, they can have respiratory problems, they can have eyesight problems. And that's why you see some people have yellow eyes. That's one of the symptoms of sickle cells, okay? That makes me remember, I had a friend. I didn't know he had sickle cells. Like, I didn't know. We grew up with him. Like, he was a friend, neighborhood friend. We didn't know he had sickle cells. His eyes were often yellow. So at some point, I'm like, is this what they call yellow fever? Like having yellow eyes, that kind of thing. But we later discovered that he had sickle cells. And it was so bad that we were in the same class. And he started getting so many crises that he could not even study. Like, he could not be at school for an entire week. And it elapses like he has been in school, he has actually attended class. No. He was 1 year younger than me. But even my sister passed by her. My sister actually joined high school when he was still in primary. And this is the whole crisis that's caused by sickle cells. Like, you're always falling sick, your immune system is very low, and you're getting problems like eyesight because the retina is affected, because the red blood cells are not reaching the eye. Because firstly, it's very hard for them to travel through the blood vessels, those tiny blood vessels that go to the eyes. And also, you're going to be having people with this kind of thing have chest problems such as pneumonia. They are prone to so many things. So this condition is one that people should not move into if they already know that someone has these genes or they have these genes, okay? The first thing is that why I'm talking about this is because I don't even know, like I already explained, I'm really advocating for this. Like, I don't want any of you people or people that you may know, or if you know you can pass on this information, please do. Because very many people take this thing for granted. They don't really care. As long as I love the guy, I need to get married, I need to get kids, I need to... Guys, the question is that, is it worth it, okay? Yes, what God cannot do is it does not exist. But still, by the time God put us in this earth and gave us brains, we should be able to think and not put him to a test. Because, my dear, you put him on a test and you end up dying. Even you may not even see your kid reach 6 months. Because when people get married without knowing the kinds of genes they have, and they conceive, and one of them or both of them are sickle cell carriers, is that your child is going to start having these symptoms by 4 to 6 months. But these are very, very, very visible by 5 months. So imagine you've just given birth to your kid, and at 5 months, the person is already having sickle cells in them, okay? I feel like this is not something, trouble or a health condition we should move into when we know we can actually avoid it. So moving on to what I was saying earlier on, okay? People get married without testing their genes. People say love over everything and all that kind of stuff, okay? I understand that most people really, really love the people they're going to get married to. But the question is, should I really get married, okay, to this person that I know has sickle cells or is a sickle cell carrier, and I'm also a sickle cell carrier? And what's going to be the end result, okay? What's going to be the end result, okay? Because you're going to give birth to a child who you're going to spend a lot of money on, and their lifespan is not one thing that you're guaranteed of. Nothing. It's almost like times I say once a sickle cell has exceeded maybe 17 years, 18 years, a very severe one, that's a way to go. Like, they've at least passed their first test, okay? Now, imagine you've passed your first test and you're not even sure that this kid is going to go on. But even if we don't go that far, are you willing willing to actually feel the pain? Are you willing to be able to take care of this child? Okay, some people quit their jobs, guys. Some people quit their jobs. I have a friend, this friend of mine that I told you grew up with. This guy died because of sickle cells. It's not something that I even like to talk about, because every single time I think about him, I'm like, oh my goodness, this guy actually lived and sickle cells killed him. Okay, I don't blame him, but the pain he went through was too much, because you know these people get crises, they get pain crises, they get pain in the legs, get pain in the in the joints, they get pain every single place of their body, because these cells cannot move very well in vessels, and these vessels are all over the body. So imagine this kind of pain, and then you add on infections such as pneumonia, add on things such as heart diseases, and then eyesight problems. Like, it is too much. So the question is that, is it really worth it to let love take over what you can actually avoid? It's very, very important that you take this thing very seriously. If you know you have friends who might be having it and are not really taking caution for themselves or caring, and they're just living their life the way they want, please tell them. If you know you're going to get married to someone and you've not gone for these kinds of tests, please do go to psychologists. They help you and you make a decision. You can either decide to adopt or not even get married, which is actually the best solution, because very many people want to have kids of their own. So for me, I think I'm actually doing my part by using my platform to actually spread out this information, because I could not wait for June. This thing is very crucial, because someone might be going into that ditch, someone may not be caring. So if you know people, or if you know you can pass on this information, please do so. And if you have a platform that you can use this thing for, please, you can use to pass on such information, please do so, because it's really important that they get to know about this stuff. So guys, my video is going to end here. If you know you liked it, put a thumbs up for it. Don't forget to subscribe and comment. See you next time. Bye bye.